gentlemen, welcome back to my podcast on the go. And this time we have a guest, another fellow content creator, digital dabbler, Rome Nicolas once again. Yay!
Hello. Thank you for having me in your podcast, Tigi. So, yeah.
Akong podcast nga walay schedule. Pwede na tayo mag-Bisaya siguro. Wala na ng...
Ay, salamat. Sige. Ganahan ko na mag-Bisaya. Yeah. Nala English nga mga words, but majority Bisaya. Ganahan ko na.
So, maybe you've seen us during or sa page sa DTI ni Gawas among mga naong. I think
Yes.
last week or last week na among mga naong sa DTI Region 7 specifically.
Yes, that was a
organized with GPG Cebu.
Correct, yes. So I invited you there with Rhea. So thank you so much for joining us in that event. Kasi wala ko dito because I have my own DTI
kasi
event.
Ang own nga solo. Amo kay group man mi. So lahi jud ang levels. Ibang level na si
Di oy nara ko yung project with DTI, but let's talk about that later.
So gawas na ba sa akong podcast room? Wala pa.
Nagsigil ako decline.
Pero murag katorang mga experimentals katong
carcass nila.
Kaya sila Julia. Klaro sa na lang to nga actually wala to topic. Yaw-yaw rin.
lang para pawala sa traffic. Para dili ma-bored sa traffic. So, this is my first time in your podcast.
In the podcast, no. Pero naano jud ka sa like nanggawas na jud ka sa akong mga other experiments.
Yes.
Nanatay videos sa C3 Live.
Yes.
Nanggawas namin among mga naong together.
Katontor sa UP.
My number one. Hindi mo siya number one. Good performing video.
Yeah.
Nag-tour sa UP Cebu. Ako mo yung pamatanon na unsa man ni kuan ako may mutubag sa mga inquiry nga dili man ako yung nag-tour.
Historical site ba siya? Mao na to.
Check out our video, guys.
Yes.
Actually, si Rome Nicolas nag-story. Cameraman na siya ko atong.
Wala mo anyway, expect kay record to. Sige, okay.
Actually, daan ako sa camera eh.
I mean, wala ko nag-expect nga i-upload to siya sa YouTube and everything. So, wala lang like normal recording days.
Nagpahibaw naman ko.
Ma-record. Wala naman ko
gawas pero walay date. Katlag gawas.
Yeah. Yes.
Anyway, sa akong podcast, in this podcast, I let the guests introduce themselves para dili siya awkward. Kaya kung ako'y usually like, di ba, when
makes sense.
At least akong mga guests, like, sila na ako pa-controlon sa ilang brand. Okay. Ma-misrepresent niya akong brand.
like, dagan ba sa kayo pabuhat.
And ma-mispronounce ang name. Wala siya na akong number one nga kakuyawan. Pero so far, wala pa man. So, take it away.
Congrats. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Rome Nicolas. I'm everywhere, but basically I'm a digital marketer. I do ads to help businesses get more sales, increase their revenue, grow their business. So I'm also a co-founder of Bisaya Digital. So it is a digital marketing agency that helps local businesses here in the Philippines go with the digital marketing, help them be alive in the digital space. And aside from that, I'm also a content creator. Basically, I blog for a number of years already. Although lately, medyo na-rest akong utok kay I focused on making money. Kaya I wasn't able to be very successful with blogging financially wise, but with the people that I've met, I'm really happy, especially Iggy. Like we've met in many events already, especially with Cebu content creators, Cebu blogging community days, like dugay-dugay na sad. So that's a nice thing also that I did in the past. And as a digital marketer, I help also local businesses here in Cebu. I've been involved with a lot with the community, Google Business Group, um, and also Cebu WordPress community. And currently, aside from aside from working with my digital agency Bisaya Digital, I also work as a support engineer of the SEO plugin, the biggest SEO plugin in WordPress, the most popular one, which is actually Yoast. So I guess that's it. So I do a lot of things.
So pwede di ko like makutani mo like mga technical support questions on WordPress plugin use.
Pwede, yeah, sure. You can ask me anything.
Kuha
Grabe.
na lang, kurang private na lang na para naatay kuan.
Sige. Sige, chat lang anytime.
O dive murag lawom na siya nga topic ang a different type of deep dive siguro no when diving into WordPress plugins.
Yes, but pero mostly man sad kay ang ginabuhat naman jud nako like as a person as a person is I focus mainly on digital marketing side. So with the WordPress, like help, especially with blogging. So that's what I did, Yud. That's also my background. So I'm familiar with already several blogging platforms, especially WordPress. And also Google has a blogging platform. It's called Blogger. So I started there, but eventually as you mature, as you realize that there are more to just free blogging and you wanted to grow your business with having a business blog and everything, WordPress is there to help you. And both WordPress is also an open source platform that definitely you can use for your own business. So that's a plus.
So in a nutshell, unsa man jud waton sa usa ka digital marketer? Like just
Okay.
a list, like a bullet.
Depende actually. There are generalist na digital marketer like usually from a consultant, pwede ka consultant nga perspective. That's what also I do. I help if especially if na yung mga businesses like or business owners ganahan lang sila mag go into digital marketing but they don't know where. So we can do consultations like I ask you more about your business, your products, where do you want to go, how do you see yourself for your business. So from there, then we can suggest different strategies like should it be having your own website or should you have your own social media presence or your own e-commerce store, for example, or maybe you can just have your email marketing. So there's a lot of things that we can do with digital marketing in general. But what I do is I focus on optimizing Facebook ads, campaign, creating, optimizing, managing. So I also have I with my many clients, I guess with several clients. One of the clients that I handle is Facebook ads, and that's also where I want to focus my energy in the ganahan ko nga in the future kay aside from working full-time for Yoast kay I wanted nga to have my own digital agency which is Bisaya Digital. And what I do there is we offer digital marketing services. But personally, on a personal level, aside from consultation, is I manage ads. So that's something that I know. I guess I know somehow. And I was able to help e-commerce businesses, e-commerce owners grow their brands using Facebook ads. And that's something that I'm fairly familiar with, and definitely I can answer questions related to ads, to social media. But as a consultant in general, I have an idea of how it is to become a digital marketing or a marketer, or how you can use digital marketing to grow your business in the online space.
So that's more on the business to consumer, or
Mm-mm,
it also
yes.
applicable to business. So if business to business, like
Yeah.
what's the best platform, or how will you
So
go about?
So basically, you're asking to clarify lang is you wanted to know if digital marketing can help business to business relationships. May na?
No,
Okay.
more or less like
In general, digital marketing is not just uh, more focused on B2C or business to consumer, pwede sad siyang business to business. What you can do lang is you make sure you know your target market kasi mong kastorya with your post and everything. And dili man sa siya nga limited to one platform lang kay in fact most of the clients that I got, especially kadang mga US based client, is I connected them on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn in general, so me as a freelancer, I get some of my clients on LinkedIn, and also some of them, especially for those businesses nga ang ilang clients kay business, we try to utilize the platform LinkedIn to get more, to basically get more people nga to connect with those people nga decision makers silang company. Okay, when you do business to business, what you usually do is you approach someone from that other business nga decision maker, or look into where they're hanging out, what type of posts that they do. And it's the LinkedIn in general as a social media is not just about updating your work nga di bali naka-company, so they kay LinkedIn change them. It's not just about that, it's also interacting with fellow professionals. And actually it's a nice avenue to grow your professional network. And
Mura
aside from
social
that,
listening.
yes, social listening. And also said if you'd like to be an expert in something, like for example sa akong side, like I've been talking about Facebook ads. So what I do with LinkedIn is for the last 3 months or so, you can check my LinkedIn, Rome Nicolas. So you can add me there. So what I've been writing for the, I guess for about 12 weeks, sunod-sunod siya, Monday to Friday, all about Facebook ads. So I've been talking about that for quite some time. And actually that led me to a lot of opportunities to like for opportunities in general. Like for example, someone approached me kay he was writing for an article about he was looking for Facebook ads expert nga to help him nga to write an article. So I contributed to that. Like nag-ask siya if unsay mga common daw nga Facebook ads mistake sa mga beginners. So I contributed, then I got published there. And aside from that, kay na uban mga clients, they're looking for other professionals. So that's also a nice avenue for you to connect with them. Possibly, pwede nimo silang ma-client. But, bisag asa na ni abot atong topic, no? Yeah, then, for businesses at get your business to business, kay pwede sa good siya nga, basta the idea there is, you're not talking to a business, you're talking to someone who's a decision maker of that specific business nga imong
Mm.
target.
Mura siya, in short, like stalking in a way.
Yeah, pwede siya
Professional.
stalking. Professional stalking. You're not stalking masad. No, ano na siguro. Instead of calling it stalking is you give them insights, new information, you help them grow professionally. Mo na siya nga, you're not just listening there, you're also creating. You're creating
Interacting.
value. You're sharing value to them. That's what I did. So I shared some insights about Facebook ads, and then it could attract potential businesses nga, I'm looking for someone doing Facebook ads. So ako ilang na top of mind. So same also with any business, especially business to business. Like you talk about topics that you know and you want to be known for, and for sure, there will be people, especially those listening to you, nga ma-interested sila to know more about what you do. So it could potentially grow your business.
So speaking about like kaning mga professionals, no?
Mm-hmm.
So for you, what is like the current state siguro of digital work in the Philippines in general since the pandemic? Because I think
Yes.
everyone has noticed like before, di ba? Medyo mga companies di sila pro work from home or remote work,
Yes.
and then when pandemic happened, like
Wala
Quality sila
choice.
nabuhat di no, it's possible. And
Lagi.
there's a shift in mindset, or like slowly but surely, or depends
Mm-hmm.
on koan what industry, but it's now like it's not just work from home. It's actually people are realizing so long as you have internet, you can work from anywhere.
Yes, as long as you have internet. Okay, so I guess my insight on this is that uh, digital workspace, you don't necessarily need an office to have your own team nga working online. You can be anywhere in the world in general. Like, for example, from my personal experience, I work with Yoast. Yoast is a company based in Netherlands. My workmates are from around the world. We have we have people from India, from the US, from London and Cebu, and it's possible. You don't necessarily have to limit yourself in a specific um, environment. Like, so people can just meet anywhere online as long as you have internet. Sakto to siya nga point. And I guess there's also a lot of companies, especially katong mga office-based gyud nga, they were able to make a pivot, a shift into the digital nga, nag-home base na sila tanan. Like, wow, cool. It's so nice nga to know friends nga sig adtog office sa una, and then karon kay they're telling me nga they were able to work, although there is an adjustment phase for them kay medyo mabig na sila naanad sa work from home setup. And I've been working from home for quite a while now, and medyo naanad na ko. So although recently lang ako naka-realize nga it's nice to have a nice chair, an office chair, mga things like that, because of my friends kay mag-encourage sila like, sige, nice. So it's a nice setup, but I love the idea in general nga people are already working from home. And aside from that, I also like to encourage people to look for other opportunities like online. So don't be limited into companies within your locality. Especially if you already have good enough experience or you wanted to venture out into a new space, to if you have a skill nga pwede ma-market directly to clients. So that's something that you might want to explore. Like from my end, I've been doing Facebook ads. So before, kay ganahan na jud ko mo work for as a Facebook ads manager under an agency, things like that. But I realized that I can actually offer these skills that I know directly to businesses. So that's that's something. And I realized in doing that, you can actually earn more. Kaya wala naman ang mga overhead costs sa mga companies. So, but it's not for everyone for sure, especially for those who are just starting and they're not ready to go there yet. So you might want to explore to expand your professional network for one, to get to know more people para you can learn from them. It's a nice experience to know people, especially of skills that you want to enhance yourself para you have mentors, you have coaches to look up to, and in case you have problems along the way, you know someone is willing to help you, mga things like that. So I like the idea of working from home, of having the ability to actually work from wherever we are to anywhere in the world. So dili na lang siya limited nga because we're from Cebu, so dapat atong mga ka-workmates kay dapat taga Cebu Rasad and things like that. You can work from anywhere in the globe. Like there are already a lot of companies that are hiring anyone. So the good thing for us Filipinos in general is that we're highly skilled professionals. We know English so well that we don't di ta kailangan like klaro kayo ta kung mag-English ta kay what foreigners like about our English is that we try to enunciate and pronounce words as
Mm.
clearly as we can compared to
Or as
other
slowly
as
as we can.
slowly as and as clearly as we can. So we have this natural Filipino tone, and actually as far as I can remember, foreigners liked it. Kay maka-appreciate daw sila the way it is pronounced. Kasi sila kamarag, they've been
Neutral ato ang accent.
oh, more ginana, neutral. They like the neutral accent. And although pero kung di kay kamayo English, okay ra gyud na. Written English is also okay. Like you don't talk to your char. you don't talk to your customers all the time. You can chat with them. So the moment nga kaibaw ka mo English, kasabot ka mo English, dili ka kailangan nga maayo jud ka mo tabi og English, basta kaibaw lang ka, and foreigners can understand you, and you don't have to be perfect. You just have to know things a bit and willing to
Nasabtan lang.
learn. Yes.
So,
asa na tawag to?
speaking about, di ba, kuha ko sa imong end of sentences, like, willing to learn. So, let's say somebody watching this is willing to learn, and we've
Okay.
mentioned na we've done some trainings with
Yes.
DTI. So, can you share more about your ongoing like
Yes.
training with DTI? Kasi amoa kay one time, big time naman to.
Yeah. Actually, kato yung hot talk that was part with Youth
More on conference, more
Entrepreneurship
conference.
Program. Yes. So I thank you for sharing your insights and financial literacy along with Rhea for YouTube marketing. So from my end is what I did is I actually trained people from DTI, mga employees with DTI, enhanced them with the digital marketing skills para they can handhold MSMEs. Ang akong main goal yun is to be able to teach the DTI staff how to do digital marketing better para in the future, when they have entrepreneurs ask them for tips and advice, they know better and they can advise better ideas for them to do. And yeah, in about that, it's an 8-week training session. We're done with 3, 5 more, depending when are you listening to this, but that's until first week of December. Although you don't have to join our live training sessions, it's recorded, it's a webinar, it's on Facebook sa DTI. And also we've created an online course. So you can access all the webinars plus handouts plus additional resources that I shared. And also I will be sharing my slides. So if you're into that, depending what type of learner you are, if you want to read, then we have handouts for you. If you'd like to listen, then you can watch the video and listen. So there's also a Q&A portion at the end. So some of the questions might be questions that you were thinking about. So I answered them personally. So you can access the online course at bit.ly/DTI7 digital marketing course, all small letters. So that's bit.ly/DTI7 digital marketing course. But I'll be sharing the link also for that. And then you can enroll that. That online course is for free. It includes all the 8 lessons. So the 8 lessons are basically about digital marketing. So we have an introduction to digital marketing, about customer avatar, like how to know your customers and why it's important for your business. Third session earlier, we discussed about e-commerce, like how to sell your products online. The next session, we'll be talking about content marketing, then social media marketing, then we'll have Facebook and Instagram tips. And lastly, Facebook ads. So we're talking about these. And for the last session, we also have mga new digital marketing strategies that you can explore beyond 2020. So we'll be talking about TikTok, about Twitter, about LinkedIn, about not just basic. And in fact, I think in the Philippines, what this live streaming app, Kumu, no? So we can also talk about that in the last session. So these are different digital marketing opportunities that are starting to rise. And as entrepreneurs and businesses, we have to know and understand how these platforms work and how we can utilize it to actually improve our businesses. So that's what I do with my training with DTI. So if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur looking to improve your digital marketing skills, then definitely enroll. It's for free. Or watch us every Thursday, 2 to 4 p.m. at the DTI Region 7 Facebook page. Char. So that was a plug.
Wow, kang straight ba way edit, memorize
Yeah.
na, ready to plug.
Ako ba gahimo sa ako gahimo sa tanan, like naghimo ko with
Modules.
initial sa modules Yeah, then ako naging sa presentation, so I talk, so I studied all these topics, and I'll be making the rest pa. So the rest, and I also like to share nga, we started with that project like with no idea exactly what the platform will be. So we just talked with Ma'am Nanette. I think siya ang assistant regional director
Director.
sa DTI 7, Region 7. And she's this very open-minded person to learn about digital marketing and very youth-friendly nga. Nakarealize siya nga how important digital marketing for entrepreneurs, for local businesses. So when we discussed about that, she wanted daw mainly to um, for me to train the staff of DTI 7, Region 7, ganyan siya like Cebu, Bohol, Negros Oriental, and sa Sikihor. So nag-train ko sa staff with this one, and ang challenge sa Gudron is I cannot train them personally, and it would be cost efficient sad nga they'll be able to be there at the same time, the same place. So we wanted this nga to become a 8 session. So I guess one of the advantages somehow, or side advantages of going into this digital space nga, side effects of pandemic is we're all now online. So all the talks, all
Accessible
the
na kayo.
recordings are online. So you might not be there at that specific
Live.
moment, but you can watch this video
As
again
later.
over and over. Oh, so mo do siya ang nakanindot niya. So we wanted to create that platform. So naghimo sa mig online course with all the videos and the handouts para daw kay if ever in the future na sila mga new entrepreneurs nga,
At least
they
dili na
want to
sila
know.
mangukay. Dili
Yes,
sila
they can
mangukay.
just
Dito na.
reuse that. Pwede ra i-link nila dito, ipa-watch siya katong mga 8 hours. So, depende ra nila. And
Similar like sa program sa Google, di ba? Like, I think nakasway ko sa Google Digital Garage.
yes.
And then naa sila yung main site, but the site is just like the videos are just like embedded in YouTube. So pwede mo adtuon dito
Yes,
lang sa YouTube.
Ang mga videos kay gi-embed from Facebook.
So yan ang kadali ang mahimo og like course, no? Although it's
Pero aside from the videos, I added some handouts, additional resources like links to videos that I recommend for them to watch if they'd like to. So I added those resources, personally curated nga mga resources with kay usually ba among talk kay among session each week kay 2 hours, ganina ka 1 hour and a half man to kay gidali na kong talk for questions, but more or less mga 1 hour man ang questions, so dali minahuman. And I curate different resources about the topic of the week para they can also watch more about it if they'd like to learn more. Kay usually ba kung 1 hour, 2 hours, kung sana may masturyahan na to ana, especially so it's very short, and depending on their what type of learner they are, so they can check out different resources and be aware of the online world, the online space.
So you mentioned ganina nga like karamo kibaw nga live streaming ring kumo di. Is it a mobile live streaming or is it like Twitch nga or a Facebook live stream?
It's a mobile wise. It's as far as I know, it's a mobile only live streaming platform available in Android and iOS. I think we know several people from C3 who's
actually earnings. I heard about the earnings.
Yes, they have earnings. I haven't explored much of the app, but in general, like mga live streamers, they can earn coins, and then these coins are given to them by the mga like users. Oh, may ginana. And then these coins can be cash. Can be converted to cash. So actually, now people like they're earning several thousands of pesos, especially now nga gamay pa ang mga live streamers, not so much. Yeah, you should explore. Depending what type. Pero usually entertainment sila dito. So if you're into
Philippines is very into entertainment.
Yeah. So I'm not into entertainment. So ganaan ko mga digital, mga Rhea Jean,
Mga
mga
serious
educational.
or pwede man educational. Depende
Lagi.
lang sa kay makauna but sa digital murag daghan kag kontra, di ba?
Yeah. Mo lagi.
Ish.
Pero ang nakanindot with Kumu kay long form siya. So live stream ka for 1 hour, 2 hours. Unlike for TikTok na
Pero
mga 30 seconds. So lahi
I
sa
can
siya.
understand like mag live stream of games. Mag live stream of games dito or I
Haven't
don't know.
seen one or
Yeah, need to
I'm not a
explore
gamer
siguro.
person, sad. I'm not a gamer person, so dili siya na ako nga interest. But I think it can possibly, in general, in theory. I'm not sure. Dili ko
Basta
gamer.
live streaming.
Yes.
So you also mentioned about listening. So I heard
Yes.
that you have now a podcast, or like at least you
Yes.
own like part of a podcast or
Yes.
participate in podcast.
Okay,
Can you
so
share the podcast and then what is like the theme of the podcast? Like
yeah.
for me, ako
Okay.
ang podcast is
Bito, what is this
it's
podcast
called
about?
Podcast on the Go. So it's literally on the go.
We're not
no fixed
moving.
no fixed schedule. It depends. It just
Oh,
pops up. It just
makes
pops up,
sense.
and then before the pandemic, my setup is very mobile. So like, I just
Car.
use my phone. Use my
Okay.
phone, and then mic, a couple of lapel mic. That's it. That's my setup. No
Yeah.
fancy mics. No fancy stuff.
Apple earphones, na earbuds.
No. I'm pro audio jack.
Okay.
I'm pro this.
Yeah, I mean, ang brand na niya ba kay iPhone? Apple. Apple. Dili ra. Wala kay. Namo kay na earphones sa Apple, naguba na lang. So nagpalit na ko rin og line nga brand. Anyway, so we have a podcast. It's called Bisaya Digital. The host for that is my co-founder of Bisaya Digital, MJ Villaester. So he talks and he speaks with several entrepreneurs and local businesses here in Visayas and Mindanao mainly, to share their stories, how they were able to grow their own businesses, help other businesses, and that you can definitely share and you can definitely learn from their experiences. So these entrepreneurs have actually already been successful in their fields. Although like for example, sa first episode, I was the guest. I was the guest. So it was a collaboration between me and MJ as co-founders of the podcast. So we talk about the digital space and how
So it's
actually the topics
purely
we're talking
audio,
about.
no?
It's
Audio inyo ha,
audio.
tanan.
It's on
Wa mo'y video?
Spotify. No, oy, we're shy
Why?
people. And very strict si MJ with editing. Like he bought this very nice mic. Not really. I don't know. It's nice for me because I just
Expensive.
enjoy.
Just say expensive.
Yeah, but not as expensive as Julian's microphone.
Of
So
course. Shout out to Julian from
shout out.
Creator Life.
Yes. So bitaw no dugay na din natulas ka lang. So we have that podcast. So if you're into that, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcast, and basically
So you
Google
also use
Podcast.
Anchor?
Yeah, it's uploaded by in Anchor. So it's Bisaya Digital. So Bisaya Digital. Bisaya
So
Digital.
binisaya ra jud mo or English
Um
or mixed?
Mix. Inanira ko yung conversation like the way with Bisaya baya kay di gyud siya Bisaya nga Bisaya gyud kay naanad na ta with English words every now and then. So this type of conversations, that's
So mahog nga murag technically murag ikaw ang kaduha siguro nga podcaster-ish nga guest. Usually guest naman si Julian Dre katong like when we talked about last nga international podcast day,
yeah, podcast
and
day, yes.
mental health dugay na ang last appearance.
Pabalikan na to si Julian dire.
Kaduha na ko ni gawas sa kang Julian, but anyway.
Igbalik ni Julian dire kay ang topic kay Apple. Nakatopic na mag-Apple products tech.
Ako invite si Julian dire nga proper tech topics.
Sige, go.
Siguro.
Sige, invited ko. Invited ko balik.
So, unsa na natong mayaw-yaw ani?
Koan. Bisag kung sa'yo ko bala. You can ask me anything. Digital marketing, technology, volunteering, business, anything. Tech,
I
if
think
you'd like.
I think kung ano naman to na tubag naman siya via the sa tawag ani via
On
the
patch.
recommendation. So if you want learn digital at sa DTI Region 7 Facebook page
Pero in
or
general, no?
comment na
Like,
lang in the Facebook, I mean YouTube comment section.
yes, go.
Ako
Like,
recall attention ni Rome kay naana na siya video nga sa ako ang channel nga tour guide siya. Daghang kay inquiries.
sama. Mag-tour guide na ko ni pero sa UP ra sa ko mag-tour guide. Although, di naman ta kalaagan because of the pandemic and everything. So, we're all stuck at home. So, hello everyone staying at home. Depende when you're listening to this. And hopefully, by next year, makalaag na tagbalik.
Unless na may
Nakamiss.
vaccine or something.
Wantay pag-asa na.
So, this portion na siguro, no, okay, people know where to go to ask you or to watch your training. For sure, it's still ongoing.
Yeah.
From
So if
serious
it,
to other serious. Dili
sige
ba ta
go.
entertainment? Kita may mga nga go against the grain, no?
Yeah.
When most
Ito, nag-think ba ako,
we know nga Philippine audience prefer kaning mga
Ako man
entertainment,
sad.
lingaw-lingaw.
Ako
Pero
man sad
we still upload mga serious stuff. Bahala ulit.
like
Because you need this in life eventually. You will grow old eventually.
bitaw as you adult in life. Ako man sad like na
You will be
mga
confronted by
part
serious
of my
topics.
na part of my life nga I still consume entertaining contents. Like I watch a lot of series, mga TV series, mga YouTube series and things like that. I watch TikTok videos. I don't do much on Kumu. Kay kapoyan kog live stream dugay kasi sila mahuman. But basically, there are parts of our lives that we consume entertainment content. But also, let us not forget that if we really want to grow, especially financially and professionally, we also have to invest into food for thoughts, into topics that will help us become better individuals, and let us not be stuck with our work. Unsa pa natong work dira. So no work. We shouldn't be working for the rest of our lives, guys. We should be exploring the world.
Or at least have fun while
Yes.
working. Or you
Depende
enjoy
saan.
your work.
Yeah.
Diba?
So if pwede mo mag-work from home, pag work from home mo, oy, mo jud ako i-recommend do. Pero daghan siya risks ang working from home. Continue.
Karon
Continue pa din ako.
risk
Yeah.
karon.
Ang risk sa working from home
Internet.
yes, struggling ako internet sa like security. And aside from that, wala kay mga benefits and everything compared sa kanang
unless ang imong nag-hire sa imo nga manghatag og benefits.
But usually if na kay mga benefits ng mga company and everything, most likely mas ang salary ana kay dili kay nakadako kay you're actually paying for your own insurance
Overhead.
and everything. These are overhead costs.
But this can be negotiated or if you're a freelancer, you can price in the overheads imong
and depende sa
service cost. Yeah.
And you can also consider from a business perspective nga you're a business owner so part na everything like you pay your own insurance, you get your own whatever you want in life, so at least you can customize according to your own needs.
So you can control basically.
You can control like how much expenses you're doing, how much investments you're making, and you're not tied to a company nga mahadlok na ka ma-resign because na dito akong health insurance, na ako dito something, wala na ako like you shouldn't
utang.
Kana siya utang. So financial literacy na siya nga topics. Di gina siya maayo as much as possible if nakay-utang bayaran gina nimo siya. Kay mo pile up na siya interest. Dapat ang imong interest kay gikan sa imong investments, sa imong savings. Imong interest kay mo pag-grow sa imong money, dili kay mo pa wala sa imong kwarta. Ibayad nimo sa interest imong utang. Pero there are good debts, dili
Of
tanan bad
course.
debts. So, invest in yourself, guys. Don't forget to invest in yourself.
So kung last video dahil mo plug ko nga
Sige.
about why internet in the Philippines is so slow. So check it out. Check it out.
So, why man daw? Say,
Tanawa sa YouTube. Actually, last week, wala akong entry sa content challenge. For this week,
wala.
muna akong entry sa content challenge.
Okay.
Instant.
Kisay mong guest.
Kasi last week is more on like di siya podcast, more on solo siya. Like I recycled and all kung ni-react sa kung old nga content nga akong gi-upload.
React videos.
Actually, dali raman po ng react videos. Pero kato siya, like, na ko gi-record like from a representative from Globe explaining nga ngano hinay man atong net. So, the reason is naandito nga video.
Yeah. I can summarize it. Bisag wala pa ako ni-watch a video. But feeling na ko. Pero watch na lang bitaw mo sa video.
Supply and demand siya, basically. So, spoilers, supply and demand. Like,
and
the
also
supply of the towers. We are very lacking in the number of towers.
And also with the type
demand
of...
is so high.
And also the type of...
connected.
Oh, I was saying one also of the reasons we cannot provide really great internet, or maybe there are good internet in areas saturated like Cebu or Manila area, because they're one island only. But when we go to provinces separated by islands, so it becomes a logistical nightmare for internet companies to get decent internet speed consistent all throughout. But for more reasons, you watch that video, guys.
Actually, like 3 reasons, pero dito. Ihatag namin sa one of the reasons.
Okay. So another reason is
okay. Sa others, ano naman itong suryaan ani? Kung ano naman ta. Mana naman to sa all things digital. We have naka-plug na po ko. Unsa na itong suryaan?
Sige, ako na po may interview.
Unsa na may major issues karon sa world kay I think the more tungod aning pandemic mga people have become more aware or like sensitive about happenings of the, but not all siguro kay uban entertainment gyapon ang inaatupa. For sure.
See, I share something.
There's nothing wrong with entertainment.
Sige, I'll share something like it's a little bit dark, so let's just end this in a dark note. Sige. Digital. So we're aware of the pandemic. Everyone is going digital. And I watched this show on Netflix about, I forgot the title na. Basta about sa ominous social media.
Daghan mag-show sa Netflix.
Sige,
like about social networking something, so social circle or daghang social network related nga movies.
The Social
Netflix.
Dilemma.
It's a documentary?
Yes, it's a documentary. So The Social Dilemma is a documentary by Netflix. It's about how companies like Google and Facebook uses data to map everyone's profile and uses this as an advantage. This is the reason why a lot
economy.
Of businesses are growing and scaling rapidly. And basically, a lesson learned dito is if you don't like but you should be aware that your data is being used by companies to make money without you knowing out. Maybe you knowing it and not much knowing siguro. You don't really understand.
You did not read the terms and conditions, period.
Yes, you just agreed clicking that button and then so
di na ta mo open og kumuha ni.
Kinda like basically it's everywhere. Data is everywhere. Our profiles are everywhere. But we have to know how our data is being consumed and being used by companies to actually help them grow nga. if we are not paying for the products and the platforms that we're using, then we're probably the products. And we're being sold to advertisers. And I am
Mm.
an advertiser. Charot. Did I I help businesses grow their business.
Mo to yung
So,
describe ganina, no? Like, professional stalking.
mm, for aside from that, basically I create ads, and these ads are actually very personalized on your profile. So
Customized.
that's customized. That's also the reason we're seeing.
And it will even be more customized in the future with more data.
Depende. Kay governments around the world are starting to create policies nga mo limit sa the way data is being used, and that these companies like Google, Facebook, they become more transparent about how data is being used, and a user should have this marag, um I agree nga mas clear nga terms kaya they wanted that, and people are just agreeing things without them knowing. But the moment that we give people the choice to to I agree, I don't agree, if there is that option that I don't agree, and several companies, governments around the world are trying to make that I don't agree part of the part of the social media experience, and the way companies are treating our data. So more explicit knowledge ba? Explicit knowledge nga we agree to these terms, and we're given the option not to agree if we don't like, and things like that.
I think nag-exist. I think the tech companies are ahead of, obviously, like, they are always ahead of legislation. No? Legislation will take
Let's just say that
time.
tech companies are using it as an advantage for them to grow,
Uh,
because there's no law and legislation. So there's nothing, they're not breaking anything. But the moment governments
mm,
around the world are starting to make laws and these changes, then these companies would, as much as possible, make sure that these laws are not as harsh, and it should be
fair,
sustainable for
fair.
their
Should be
own
fair.
business models. But we all have our own personal biases, even these companies. So that's why, as humans, we have to understand where these different people are coming from, and understand what their hidden agenda is, and it's part of us. So not everyone likes to
Actually,
talk
daghan,
about
daghan,
that.
daghan siya siya agenda, daghan mga jud agenda. Like, even
Is
the permission marketing, it's already existing, di ba?
uh-huh. Yes.
Di ba kanang mo down, you use some app, and then you just mo reroute siya to Facebook, and
Mm-hmm.
then Facebook will ask you, this app wants to access your information, and
Yeah.
then we just don't, most of us do not understand what
Do
does
not
that
like
mean.
to read. We just agree things. Okay,
We
I
just
agree.
accept na niya, I just want to use this app, ano ba.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
also, on a darker note, um I think
Sige,
even
kaso.
actually my posts, diba, are talking about fraud. I'm always talking about, like, diba, some scams and all that. Even
Gila.
fraudsters are getting, like, smarter
Scam?
using data.
I mean, ako, fraudsters are getting scammed.
Uh, Fraudsters or scammers in general, no, they are now using data. Na
Yes.
instead of dili na sila kailangan mo. Actually, di na sila kailangan mo hack. They can just get pieces of your profile from different platforms and create, as what you mentioned, a customer avatar, or in this case,
Yes.
uh, a person, like, this identity,
Oo.
like digital identity, that
Correct.
they can even not necessarily steal, but impersonate. I think mo na ang sunod nga
Mm-hmm.
murag the
Yeah.
next
The next big
darkness.
horror story. Wala, okay. Basta,
Gubot.
that's another topic for another day, and we can talk about that, especially when we do some additional research to give us more insights into how technology is shaping our future, sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, but it's really up to us on where it is going. But as much as possible, we understand the choices that we're making, and we're given um, the option and a better picture of what is really happening the, with all these companies around the world.
Oh, well said. Nindot to siya nga conclusion. So on that note,
On that note,
thank you so much for accepting this invitation, Rome,
okay.
for
Sure,
participating
like,
in my podcast on the go. Yay! So I think
i-invite ko again soon. Mga next year, mga once, may itataglaing topic.
actually mas nindot kung dili schedule no kay home instant na dayon.
Yeah.
It was scheduled for next tomorrow and then karon na lang.
Yes. Di ba ito, okay. Basta na ako, di na sa ko pwede tomorrow. Siniwag, sige, karon na lang.